What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are taking a look at The Thing, the Ultimate Macready action figure by Neca. I am so excited to be taking a look at this figure because this figure I've been waiting to take a look at for a minute now. I think I got this on Christmas, so it's been in the back burner for a while now, but I am so excited. Macready, one of my favorite horror survivors, at least top 10, and we're taking a look at him. But of course, before we do, subscribe. If you don't, that's totally fine, but if you do, it's very appreciated. And of course, down in the description is my social medias if you want to take a look at those. But taking a look at this box art first, it is magnificent. It is one of the coolest box arts that I have ever seen from Neca. Of course, the Universal Monster ones are amazing, but this one is so good. The art looks amazing. I think they did a fantastic job with the way this entire thing looks. I love the colors and the way it just looks. It's on the top of the box too. It just looks amazing. At the side of the boxes, you do have figures, photographs of the figure here, and at the bottom, nothing crazy going on there. The back of the box shows you a little bit of a description of the figure, which you can pause and read if you want, and some other little poses that you can have your figure in. Now, when you open up the box, there is a nice little image of the figure in a pose, so that's pretty neat. The slipcover, though, is probably the most boring slipcover I've ever seen. Like, it doesn't even have anything on the sides, it's just a couch right in the middle and nothing else. But the figure's accessories is pretty cool. Now, he does have two different head sculpts. This is the first one. This one has a more hooded look, which is not really my favorite. I don't really want to display him with this look. I don't know. I just like the long hair that he has with the other sculpt. With this one, it's not bad. I love the details and the wrinkling and the overall sculpt of the head, but again, it's just not my favorite. I love the other head sculpt though. I like the expression. I really like the hair. The hair is crazy. I love the beard. Honestly, this guy just looks like AJ Styles. I don't know why. I don't know if you could see it too, but the AJ Styles vibes going on. AJ Styles taking on The Thing, you know what I mean? It looks so cool. I really like it. I love the details. I know there's some other head sculpts that are more serious, which I would like to get my hands on those. I'd love to have all the Macready head sculpts, but yeah, it does come with those two heads. He does come with this pair of gloved hands, which look really nice. To go along with these hands, he does come with these kind of cuff parts for the wrists, so that is really nice. You do put these onto the wrist, which we'll show you guys in a little bit, but those go along with these hands, and I think that really makes the hands, go together nicely. The Macready figure also does come with these open kind of gun holding hands, which I really do like. The sculpting on these hands look fantastic. I love the paintwork and the details look so good. But he does come with two trigger finger hands, which is nice. He does come with one TNT holding hand and the other, the little glass disc holding hand, which we'll show you guys in a little bit. I don't know what that's called. I just know it has blood in it. So really, really cool. I do like that. He also does come with this single hand, which is just for the ice pick, which is nothing crazy. I do like it though, but it's just one. I kind of wish both of them had it. I kind of wish he had two kind of calm hands. That's what I would have liked. He also does come with this TNT stack, which is pretty neat. I like the detailings on the ends, and I like just the way it looks overall. Nothing crazy. He also does come with the ice pick axe, which is nice. I like the way it looks. I love the pointing end at the bottom. Also does come with a revolver, which I really do like. I think the painting on it is nice, and so is the detailing. Does come with this little roll of wire, which is very nice. This is when he just heats it up and puts it into the little vial of, or the little glass plate of blood, which is very nicely detailed. I like the way it looks. I like the red that they use, so very nice. I love that accessory. Of course, speaking of, there's a little disc of blood in it, which does say Palmer on the side, which you can probably see in a tiny bit. I do like the way it looks. The blood looks very realistic, and there is the name Palmer right there, which I really do like. I think they did a fantastic job with that. Also does come with a blood effect, which is very nice that it does come with that. Of course, like, it had to complete the look. The blood doesn't necessarily go into the disc. I mean, it does, but you kind of have to have Macready holding it, because he does kind of hold both of them in place, because I don't think I've been able to really get it to fit on its own without Macready holding it, so it's kind of odd like that, but that's okay. It also does come with this flame thrower piece, or flame effect piece, which looks nice, and to go with that is the flamethrower, which looks beautiful. I have it upside down at the moment, but it looks beautiful. I really do like the way it looks. He also does come with the flamethrower gun, or the handle, which I really do like. I think that looks fantastically done. It looks so cool. You can see right here, there's a little bit of a shine that's glue. I broke this thing, which honestly was very fragile, and I was very sad that this figure was going to end up like the actual thing, but he's a great figure. I love this figure. And here he is with the flame piece on. So it looks nice. It fits in perfectly, and you can just kind of pretend like you're mowing down some aliens or whatever. Looks really cool. I like it. I think the detailing on the tanks and stuff look very nice. I think they did a phenomenal job with doing this entire back piece, which is so cool. Lots of detail. I love the back parts with the wrinkles, and it just makes it look like fabric and stuff. Love the clips for the straps. I love that. And putting this back upright. Are we going to put it back upright? I know I do sometime. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be. Really like the way that looks. And the figure, man, I love this figure. I think he looks amazing. He looks so good from head to toe. And speaking of toes, we're starting off with the toes. I love the boots. The boots are very nicely detailed. It's simplistic, but I really do like it. I love that the laces are a different color brown. I love the kind of dry brushing that's on them, and the wrinkling looks so good. The pants, again, wrinkling and the detail work is so good. Especially on the front. I love those zippers on the front. I love that there's something in his pocket that is kind of jetting out a little bit. I love that. It looks so good. It looks very like realistic, which I love. The belt also looks nice. I love the bullets on the belt as well. I've always loved that kind of detail. And the revolver is on his holster, which looks nice, fits in pretty well. The little strap does kind of pop off from time to time, but it stays pretty well. The jacket is a very nice gloss, which makes it look like leather. I love the way it looks. It is sculpted beautifully. I think the wrinkling and all the little details that are on it is painted very nicely. He looks so good with it on, and this head sculpt just makes this entire figure pop. I love the way this head sculpt looks on this figure. Looks so good. I really love it. There's the gloves on one of the hands, and there's the little kind of wrist pieces that I told you about. When you don't have those on, it looks a little funny, so I would definitely recommend having those on, because obviously. The other head sculpt, again, I'm not a fan of. I thought I'd like it a little bit more when it was on the figure, but no, I definitely prefer my AJ style looking head sculpt, so there we go. Really, really cool. Now, to put the flamethrower on is actually pretty simple. It does take a tiny bit of trial and error, just a tiny bit, but he actually does fit it pretty well. I personally like to take off the hands. I'm pretty sure you can do it with the hands, but I like taking off the hands. It just makes my job a little bit more easier. So I like how it slips on, and honestly, it just slides right onto the shoulders very nicely. There's no real struggling to go along with it. I think they did a very nice job with it, and it just looks so good overall. So that is very cool. Just looks amazing, and it really pulls the whole look together, so that is really, really cool. And here he is with the flamethrower piece, which you do just slide into the arm. Nothing crazy. Don't force it or do anything weird with it, because that's what I did and that's how it broke. You can use the normal gloves or normal hands with the flamethrower, but I prefer the gloves. I just think it just looks so cool and a little bit more badass. So very, very nice. I love the way it looks, and it just fits the whole look together. He looks so good when you pose him, and he just looks so great. I think it's a badass accessory, and I'm so glad they added it. Of course they had to add it. Like, why would they not add it? So very, very cool. I love the way it looks. He also does come with the wire and, of course, the little plate of blood. Really do like the way it looks. Of course, it just fits the whole look, and you know exactly what scene this is. It's an iconic scene, and once you add in the little blood effect, which fits very nicely when you are holding, when he is holding the little glass thing, whatever it's called, It works very nicely. The gun fits very nicely in his hand, and I'm very glad that they gave him a left and a right hand with the gun. Here he is with some TNT. I'm kind of just showing off all the accessories at this point. Here he is with the ice pick, which is very nice. And you know, to have a lot of accessories, you're going to need some good posability. So he does have an up and down, side to side, and a full rotation at the head. The arm can go out that far, and a full rotation right there. Does have a swivel at the bicep and a very nice bend at the elbow. Swivel at the wrist and an up and down at the wrist as well. A very nice swivel at the waist. A pretty decent crunch and forward and back with the waist there. Legs can spread to about that far. Has a nice kick. Has a pretty decent back. Nice swivel at the knee. Bend at the knee. Bend at the very base of the boot. And an up and down at the foot with a very nice pivot. This guy has amazing posability. He also stands to about 7 inches, so that's very nice. And having him next to a couple figures, here he is next to the Evil Dead 2 Ash. Really love these two together. I don't know why. This is just such a fun pairing. I don't know. It's just really cool. And another figure, here he is next to the disgusting, ugly looking alien thing, which honestly, since I did that little stop motion, that little revisit, I am very happy with the thing. It's still a very challenging figure to mess around with, but with Macready and doing that little video, I have a little bit more respect for the big figure, the big old dog. But having these two together is so cool, and they just complement each other so well, and I really love it. I really love these two together, and it's just so cool to see the Thing and Macready fight it off in your collection. So highly recommend getting both of these guys. But what do I think of these figures, or just the one figure? I love Macready. He's so good. 5 out of 5. That's all I'm saying. I love everything about him. There's not much else to say. I love it. Detailing, posability, the accessories. The only thing that I wish he did have was kind of chill hands, like just calm hands. That's pretty much the only thing. But other than that, this figure just is amazing, and I am just kind of blown away by how good this figure is. And I would love to get the other Macreadys just so I can have some other head sculpts and some other accessories. I think that would be really cool. But other than that, I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. There's like 4 different Macready figures, I believe, or 3. I'm not 100% sure. I would love to get a decent amount of them. I would at least just like the accessories from each one and the different head sculpts. I think they would just look really cool. I really like this figure. And again, he's one of my favorite survivor characters from a horror movie. I don't know what would be my top. I know Sienna's up there. I know Macready's up there. I know Ash is up there. I'm sure there's some other ones. Van Helsing, that's another one as well. I think that's like top 4 right there. The ones I'm naming off. But those are my favorite like final characters. It's just really cool. I love this figure. Great figure. I highly recommend it if you do want a Macready figure. I would like to get the other ones, but at the same time, I don't want a bunch of Macreadys in my collection. I would just prefer all of the accessories from the Macready figures. I think that would be it. Maybe not the snowy one, because that one just would not fit with the figure that I have, because you know, he's covered in snow with the head sculpt, so it just wouldn't fit the rest, I guess. I don't know. But it is really cool to have this figure. Again, very nice figure. Very happy with it. But that is it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Love you, love the show. Take care. See you guys in the next horror review.